Hey everyone. Today I'm going to share 5 practical steps to conquer something that hinders many of us in our personal self-development journey, perfectionism. And stick around until the end. I've got a bonus tip that I think will really bring it all home. Hi, I'm Danny Stoll. I've been a licensed professional counselor for over 30 years, and I've spent a lot of that time working in the corporate world, managing thousands of employees. So over the years, I've learned a lot about what it takes to succeed at work, and I want to pass those lessons on to you. This channel is all about helping you do your best work every day. So today we're diving into something many of us struggle with, including myself, letting perfectionism get in the way of getting things done. So whether you're a student, entrepreneur, or creative, striving for perfection can hold you back. In this video, we'll talk about why chasing perfection can be more harmful than helpful, and how embracing good enough can lead to real progress. So here are my 5 practical steps for not letting perfect get in the way of good. Also, remember to stick around for my bonus tip at the end of the video. Now let's dive in. Step number 1, set realistic goals. Perfection is not the goal. So break big projects into smaller tasks so you can celebrate each win along the way. All right, so let's redefine success. Success is not about being perfect, but about making progress. So good enough isn't settling. It's about finishing what you start. Consistent progress over time leads to mastery. So waiting for perfect conditions will stop you from moving forward, but focusing on progress gets you closer to your goals. So listen, mistakes are part of the journey. They're not failures. When you focus on progress, you learn and grow. Every mistake is an opportunity to improve. All right, step number 2, practice self-compassion. Remember, no one's perfect, and that's okay. Perfectionism often stems from fear of failure, fear of the judgment of others, or just not measuring up. So while aiming for excellence is great, perfectionism can lead to procrastination and burnout. Perfection is an illusion, a moving target that's impossible to hit. So instead of finishing tasks, perfectionism keeps you stuck. So when we let perfectionism take over, we delay or abandon projects, missing out on opportunities. What we think of as perfect is really subjective. So everyone has a different definition, and that unattainable standard keeps us paralyzed. All right, step number 3, adopt a growth mindset. This is really important. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. This mindset helps you see challenges as opportunities to grow rather than as threats to your self-worth. So instead of fearing failure, a growth mindset encourages you to embrace it as a learning experience. So when you adopt this mindset, you become more resilient. You understand that setbacks are part of the journey, not an endpoint. So listen, you can develop a growth mindset by viewing challenges as learning opportunities, embracing feedback, and celebrating effort over results. Hey, listen, if these tips are helping you rethink perfectionism, go ahead and hit that like button and let me know. All right. So now let's talk about something perfectionists often get trapped in, and that's focusing too much on the outcome. That leads to step number 4, focus on progress, not just the outcome. So often perfectionism stems from being overly fixated on the end result. So by shifting your focus to the process itself, you can enjoy the journey of getting things done rather than obsessing over the final product. So when you focus only on the outcome, the pressure to be perfect becomes overwhelming. But if you shift your focus to the process, you'll find joy in the act of creating, learning, and growing. So by doing this, you stay present and make consistent progress, which helps to quiet that perfectionistic voice in your head. So step number 5, set time limits for tasks. This is really important. So perfectionists often get stuck in analysis paralysis, spending way too long on tasks. So by setting time limits, you give yourself permission to move on after a reasonable effort. So by giving yourself a specific amount of time to work on something, you reduce the risk of overthinking and over-perfecting. So once the timer goes off, it's time to move on. This helps you complete more tasks and stops perfectionism from slowing you down. Okay, so those are my 5 practical steps to conquer perfectionism. And now, for that bonus tip I promised at the start. This one's really key to staying motivated and pushing past perfectionism. This is celebrate small wins. So every step forward is progress, no matter how small. So celebrating those little victories keeps you motivated and reminds you that progress is happening, even when it feels slow. So take a moment to appreciate how far you've come, whether it's finishing a task or learning something new. Celebrate that success. Okay, so those are my 5 practical steps, plus a bonus for overcoming perfectionism and making real progress. If this resonates with you, hit like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss more tips to help you do your best work. I will place some book and podcast recommendations in the comments so you can explore this topic further. And if you enjoyed this video, check out my next one where I'll be talking about 5 key behaviors for interpersonal success at work. You don't want to miss that one. Remember, when you do your best work, you live your best life. Now let's get started doing your best work.